So I'm here with Matthew. Tell them a bit about yourself, where you're at now, maybe a quick intro where you were at before the program as well.
So I'm a 19-year-old from Sydney. I'm an athlete, MMA, football. I was working in 9 to 5 here in the city, and basically Leon hit me up and was like, "Look, I've got a program." Um, and I was a bit skeptical at first. I had my doubts, and then I saw all these other people winning. Um, Really, just kind of gave me the pushing factor to leave my 9 to 5, go all in on this, and really push past kind of learning the modules to making money within 10 days.
Mm. Okay, so I want to make this video like a talking point. The modules, the coaching, the support we give you. Talk about from joining the program. How were the modules? Was it better than you thought? Was it worse? Did you learn some valuable skills outside of just appointment setting?
Yeah, look, the modules I thought going in were going to be really difficult. I thought I was going to have to spend a lot of time, work through them at my own pace, and I thought I would be struggling to get through them. But look, going in, Leon pretty much explained everything throughout each module, each little paragraph. He explained it all, which made it so much easier. And look, I've talked to a lot of other coaches and it's not something they do. Kind of working my way through the modules was one of the easiest things about this whole steps. It taught me a lot of in-house skills around appointment setting, but also as a sales rep. Really developed my professionalism and gave me that bit of a boost that I needed to jump in straight in and get into these roles.
Okay, so we got you in 10 days from joining. You got offered two companies, right? So we gave you the modules. We also give you the coaching in the community. What did you think? Maybe something people don't speak about before they join was the community, the people you've networked with, the people you've been meeting since joining. Was that valuable at all?
Yeah, 100%. And look, there was a very wide community and it's still growing and building. But I found a couple brothers of my own within my community, just like you'd find anywhere else. Those real like minded people like myself, the sales rep that are pushing and building.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So they're obviously people that are young athletes that want to get into sales, that want to learn more. Do you think there's value in connecting with other people that want to go like as far as you want to go?
Oh, 100%. Really, kind of, you are the people who you surround yourself with, and kind of having those brothers and those people in the community to bounce off, to ask questions, to be there, and to keep you accountable is something really valuable within the sales rep space.
Nice. Okay. And what about the coaching? So we give it to you in a group setting, the coaching calls twice a week right now, but then also one-on-one with me and say Henry as well. Do you feel the one-on-one support we give you where you can message me as much as you want, whatever it is, was that like valuable as well?
Oh, 100%. Having Leon, Henry, and the community by my side, like especially the one on ones,
Mm-hmm.
I've had multiple calls. Most probably, it got to a point where every second day I would sit down with either Henry or Leon and have an hour call, and they would go over everything. We would take our time, it was never rushed.
Mm.
They would really be pushing me to the limit and helping me every step of the way.
Okay. So the modules were good, coaching was good, community is awesome. If you were to be brutally honest, was there anything about the process that we didn't give you or could have been better, could have been smoother?
Honestly, you've given us the modules, you've given us the accountability and kind of everything along the way.
Mm.
And then you've also given us the opportunities to go out, find money in these real world placements. I can't see any lacking areas because at this time you've got two group coaching calls, the modules are set and they're still being updated.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you're going back and trying to improve every step of the way really shows me about the community and what you're trying to help these athletes do.
Okay. So talk about the opportunities, the placements. Once you got certified, you finished the modules, you did the coaching, you got kind of the green light by me to go out looking for a role. How was that process? How long did it take? Overall, like from start to finish, how did it go?
Well, pretty much within the first 8 days, which I was in the program, I had a couple calls. I finished off the modules. Like I said, it was all explained to me. So it's really, if you put in the effort, you're going to get it done quicker than 8 days. I really took my time. It could have been done within 5 business days, really sticking it out.
Yeah.
But pretty much 8 days in, learnt the modules, learnt the community. Within my next 2 days, I found and landed 2 roles through Leon's program.
Okay. So from finishing the modules, from not even knowing what appointment setting is to being a good appointment setter, 2 days, you got 2 roles.
Pretty much, yep.
Okay. Were they good roles or just like random roles?
So pretty much I landed myself in a role with a coach that had pretty much 55 to 60,000 followers on Instagram.
Yep.
Massive coach. And really, it was all set up. He was professional. So Leon's not only giving offers, but they're really good offers. They're offers that kept me on my toes, taught me a lot, and give me a lot of valuable in-house experience.
Because the coach you're speaking about, he makes about 100 grand a month.
Yeah.
More than $1 million a year, 7-figure entrepreneur. 10 days from joining the program, you went from nothing to learning the skill to working with a 7-figure company.
Pretty much. And like at the end of the day, I don't think I could have done this any other way. And I'm seeing a lot of other coaches teach their setters the skills, but could never land them in a 7-figure company within 10 days. And that's something Leon's gone out of his way to pick and choose the right people to work with and give the right opportunities.
Here's the thing. They come to me, right? So these companies, they're coming to me because they know our appointment setters are good. Like if these coaches wanted shitty appointment setters, they would go to the other programs.
Yeah.
But if they want good appointment setters, obviously they're going through us, which is why if you go through our training, if you show up, you do the coaching, you can get inside one of these good companies very quickly. Would you say genuinely, if someone is ready to go all in, they're ready to really get out of their current situation, improve in their life financially, learn all the skills, that this program, the coaching, the mentorship can take someone as far as they want to go?
Oh, 100%. And the key word in there is go all in. Like, look, I dropped my full 9 to 5 to do this and pursue it. And look at where it's got me in those 10 days. I'm still currently in 2 roles, making good money.
Yeah.
But the thing that separates kind of the people that Leon chooses to be in the course is the real mindset and attitude that they have. And that combined with the modules, the athlete background, really kind of builds this perfect setup for these perfect opportunities.
For sure, right? Because if you're an athlete, you can learn the skill, you can make more money than you're currently making online while learning sales. And these companies, they want athletes that want to go all in.
Yeah.
Right. So of course they're going to go through me. Because we were speaking downstairs as well. You spoke about appointment setting aside, how the modules, the program taught you sales communication that allowed you to get like potentially a really big role. Speak on what you think you've learned, modules aside, from going through the process.
Not only have I just learned how to be a setter, but I've kind of learned sales skill sets. So really kind of the modules aside, I learned setting as a whole, but also it's given me a bit of in-depth to the other stages within the sales cycle and really the behind and the back ends of the sales in businesses. It's built up my skill set, my professionalism, my vocabulary, everything down to the fine line. It's just about really how closely you pay attention to these modules. Because at the end of the day, if you do it right, you have the right attitude, that right mindset, there's no reason that you couldn't be in an opportunity like myself.
Like obviously you're very smart, and what you did well is you went all in. But do you think if someone has that factor, they're ready to work hard, they're ready to do it, do you think genuinely they can go as far as they want in sales? If you look short term, sure you can get there in 10 days, but like if you're 20 years old, it doesn't really matter if you become a millionaire by 21 or by 24. If that's the end goal, it doesn't really matter how quickly you get there. So time frame aside, do you think if someone starts with appointment setting, it is a good pathway to go down to, say, get into closing, taking a full step into sales, and then like entrepreneurship down the line.
Oh, 100%. And setting's one of the way you have to go in order to get into this sales space.
Mm-hmm.
And especially coming through your program, it not only teaches you setting, but a lot of those kind of skill sets that you need to develop to get to this next level. But definitely, like, alongside kind of doing it full time to part time, the skills that your modules give off and the community that you have really gives a backing to the people that want to kind of develop in this and push it further. So yeah, 100%, whether you get there in 10 days, 1 month or 1 year, basically the modules, the community, and the skill set that you kind of been taught by Athletic Freedom
Yeah.
is really going to get you there.
Sure. Okay. Let's throw some rocks at some other coaches. Let's throw some hands. Okay. I know you're into MMA. You've looked around at different coaches, not before you joined the program, but after, to see what's out there. What do you think differs the success of the people in the program through Athletic Freedom compared to other like communities or people helping people with appointment setting?
Yeah, look, I did do a bit of outreaching just to see what people were doing differently or what else I could learn. And pretty much I've gone to 2 coaches now, and they said that I've learned everything. And the one thing that the coaches were actually lacking was the opportunities. What Leon has and they didn't was Leon was giving opportunities to these setters individually, but also as a community, right? He makes sure he understands everyone that comes through this community, really welcomes them in, gets to know them, and gives them the right offer. Because at the end of the day, that is the difference of kind of making it as a setter, right? You need to be in the right environment, the right space. And that's something that you have done for all these other setters. Whereas a lot of these other coaches, yeah, they can teach setting, but at the end of the day, if those setters want to be successful, they need to go find their own role. So something you've done really well throughout the modules, throughout the course, throughout the community, is you're posting opportunities, whether that's daily, and I think I even saw 6 today.
There's been 8 so far today.
8.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess that's the difference. We give you everything you need with the modules, which everyone can kind of teach the skill. You would hope any appointment setting coach can teach the skill. But the difference is like we have the opportunities coming in because like these coaches know that our appointment setters are really good. Would you recommend this to other people whether they're looking to make an income online and maybe make $5,000 a month while focusing on their sport, or they're even looking to go all into sales, start here, be an entrepreneur, maybe be a closer like 6 months down the line?
Oh, 100%. Like at the end of the day, this by far is the best offer. It's got the best community. And I think the skill set off the start is one of the best that you're going to get. I would definitely recommend this to anyone that wants to jump in and become a sales rep, whether that's starting as a setter or even mastering setting, right?
Yeah.
I think that you have a lot of advanced modules and techniques that you use in order to better these setters, right? At the end of the day, you're not just teaching them the basics, you're teaching them to master appointment setting in order to move forward and progress.
From 0, 10 days in, 2 companies, 2 very big companies. Is there anyone, because with the success you've seen, what's a piece of advice you would give to someone that's maybe on the fence, they're not sure, and don't just sell my program because I know it's changed your life, but give some genuine down-to-earth advice where the people that are skeptical, people that are scared, people that don't know if like they are ready to go all in.
Look, and something from my own experience is Leon actually reached out to me last November, and I turned down his offer, and I only picked it up, say February, April this year, and I've seen so many people progress, make money online, and got to where I wanted to be, and those 5 months really kind of set me back from kind of going forward and moving. And I look back on it and I regret it. At the end of the day, kind of jumping in when I did was good, but looking back on it now, if I jumped in 5 months ago, would have been such a different story. And that kind of really gives me that insight to how valuable his course is and kind of what you can do and the people that you can train and the
Yeah.
skill sets you can give.
Because you got there in 10 days. So I guess the question you should have asked yourself is, if you started 6 months ago or whatever it was, 8 months ago now, where would you have been if you started then?
I couldn't tell you. Most probably the whole sales side behind a company. And there's so many skills that can be built up behind it. But look, the skill set that I have now is 10 times better than it was before the company. And I didn't even know anything about sales, right? I came from a 9 to 5 where I was just working Excel sheets, docs, and Leon really opened up my eyes to that there is a sales system to every business and there's stuff that needs to be done. Just a matter of how much you can do with the skills that you've taught me.
Yeah. Right. But really, the important question, it's not where you were, who you are now. It's like who you are becoming, right? So unless you have a time machine, we can't go back in time,
No.
and you couldn't have started in November. So really, it's like, what can you do today to move towards and work towards the life that you want?
Really just keep up to date within the community, look over the modules that he's still sending out and updating, really pinpointing the opportunities that he's posting, keeping in touch with the community and building on that. Following closer to Athletic Freedom is something definitely that helps. And just kind of being based in that community has really pushed me out of my comfort zone, has inspired me to do things that I'd never think of. And look, from here, I want to go to a closer to go above and beyond, and that's still yet to come.
Okay. So overall, 10 days from zero to two really good companies and now crushing it. Was it more than you expected before you joined? Was it worth the investment? Was it worth your time, the financial investment, everything like that?
Look, to be honest, moving into it, like I said, I was really skeptical. I didn't know what to expect, and kind of putting myself in the deep end, it wasn't as hard as I thought. It opened so many doors and allowed me to kind of work wherever I wanted. I travel around the city, and all I need is my phone and my laptop, and I can be printing cash.
There you go. All right. Give some advice quickly. If someone's going to start tomorrow, what do they need to do to be in a similar spot you're in?
Really, if you have a phone,
Yep.
you have a laptop,
Yep.
you have the attitude, and you have the mindset, and you're an athlete, there's nothing you can't do. Really, it's just a matter of how much you want to get there and be part of the team.
Very nice. Anything else you'd like to add for anyone watching that's in the program or outside? Anything you want to say?
Really, love everyone in the community. It's so great. And I feel really safe in this community, and there's so many people I can bounce off. And I just want to say thank you to All Athletic Freedom for having my back, helping me get to where I am. And look, I can't wait to keep going on this journey and make more money and get these better offers.
Very nice.